Hi guys, so welcome back to the Bookaholics Rehab with me, Jordan. I know that I'm wearing the same clothes and the same hair and the same makeup as my last video because I'm filming these back to back because next week is going to be a super hectic week for me. I'm graduating on the Thursday, so I kind of want to be like on top of my YouTube schedule. I haven't come up with a video for Friday yet, well next Friday yet, because I won't be able to do my Friday reads video because I'll still be in Liverpool till 10:20. And I don't really know what to do. I'm going to have like a series of vlogs, hopefully, maybe not vlogs, or I might see if some of my friends want to do a collab video telling me what their favourite books are of the year or something like that. So you get a wider variety of different things. I was also going to do like a general graduation trip vlog kind of thing for the following week, but I haven't quite worked out the statistics of that, like the logic of that yet, because I will be with all my family and obviously it's a family event and it's something that's I've waited a long time to do it, so I don't really want to ruin it by constantly be filming. So it's definitely something that I'm looking into. I just haven't worked all the kinks out yet. For Friday, I don't really know what to do. Like, give me a comment down below, like, with a hint. Because I have nothing in mind to do. I think I might do my top 7 books of the year, for one for every month. But I'm not particularly sure yet. I don't know that I have the top 7 books that I like. I mean, I have 7 books of my favourites, but I haven't read them in 2014. Well, all of them in 2014, so it's kind of a bit of a mess. But yeah, let's get on with today's video, which will be the top 5 books that have made me cry. I'm guessing that most of these will be pretty obvious. I can't see them not being obvious, but I thought I'd do it anyway, in case there was tearjerkers out there and you didn't know about it and you like a good cry when you read, because I do. I genuinely do. If a book makes me cry, I think it's the best book in the world, to be quite honest. If it can evoke such a strong emotional reaction, then the writer's done something right, so yeah. The first book on my list is such an obvious one, and everybody's going to be like, duh. And that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I adore this book. I sobbed and it broke my heart. Genuinely broke my heart. I can't think. Words do not describe how upsetting this book made me. Like, I can't even put into words how upset I was by the ending of this book. The film did exactly the same. If you like a good cry, then this is the book for you. It's a good story. It's about a young girl in Nazi Germany, and it's the story of her and her life, basically, and what happens to her and her friends and her family and all of that stuff during Hitler's tyranny in Nazi Germany. So yeah, give it a go if you haven't already. You would probably be the last person on the earth if you haven't given this book a go, but it's definitely worth a go. The next book, I've heard Reagan from the Peruse Project talk about this book, but I haven't seen like a big following for it on YouTube, and I think it's kind of sad. I think it's definitely an underdog of a book. Like, I do think it's underhyped. Like, it's very, like, people don't pick it up because they just, I don't know, they just haven't heard of it. So yeah, that's The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. Like, there's a bit in this book you're trundling along and it's sad, and like it's a pretty sad story. It's not, I'm not gonna lie to you, the whole story's sad. Like, it's not a happy go lucky story, but you get to like a certain point and you just cry. It's heartbreaking, and it genuinely is heartbreaking. I'll read you the back because I don't want to tell you much about this story because I think you need to go in with like your eyes closed with this book. But if you do want to know a little bit more, I will link Reagan's review down below. And the back says, "I'll tell you what happened because it will be a good way to introduce my brother. His name's Simon. I think you're going to like him. I really do. But in a couple of pages he'll be dead, and he was never the same after that." And that was all I had to go on when reading this book, and I'm so glad I didn't know what it was about. Like, I was so glad. But yeah, it's such a good book, and it's so realistic. Like, the characters are so fantastic. You just have to read it. Just read it, okay? Just read it. And you'll sob as well. You'll just cry. Cry. So, yeah. The next two books are classics. And the first one is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. If you've read this book, then you know it's the story of Heathcliff and Cathy and their love story, and everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong in this book. And it's kind of like, there's just a bit in it, and it's like he let out a guttural moan, and I just cried, and it's like when Cathy dies, I've just spoiled it, but I think everybody knows that Cathy dies. When Cathy dies, and he's like, "Haunt me, like you tell me that I killed you, so the murdered haunt their murderers. Please haunt me. Do not leave me in this abyss alone where I cannot find you." And I sat there and I just sobbed over the page. I could not believe. It's so sad. But yeah, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. You need to read it. You do. The next one is Anna Karenina. If you follow my blog, or you've been, I don't think I mentioned it actually. Oh, it might have been in one of my wrap-ups. I think it could have been in my May wrap-up. There's not even words to describe like the love that I have for this book overall anyway. I do think that it's one of my favourite classics. It's a very long classic, and it's a very like hard to get through classic. A lot happens. There are a lot of people with similar names, and it's all Russian, obviously, like Russian names, obviously. If you don't know the story, it's basically Russian society, like high society, and it follows the story of 3 or 4 different families in Russian high society, but obviously the main focus is on Anna and her lover Vronsky, and it follows their love story and like her splitting up with her husband and stuff like that. So it's a very good book. It is. I could not recommend this book enough. It is one of my favourites. It's probably one of my favourites of 2014. I'm so sorry that I did not pick this book up sooner. It's fantastic. It genuinely is. Yeah. So that's number 4. And number 5 is If I Stay by Gail Forman. I won't spoil this, but there's like an accident with her family, and she has to make the decision to live or die. She's in a coma, and she's watching everything happen, and she's coming to terms with everything that's happened in the crash whilst being unconscious. This book made me sob like a little girl. It genuinely did. I did not like the sequel. I will say that. Like, I hated the sequel. It was awful. Compared to this book, if you haven't read it, then read it. But don't read the sequel, because it ruined the series for me, I think. I think if I just kept it as this book, I would have been happy, but no, I had to buy Where She Went and I hated it. So it's kind of ruined. It's put a dampener on the whole series. But yeah. So that's it, guys. That's my top 5 books that made me cry. Leave me a comment down below if you've read any of them, or if you're interested in reading any of them and you're not sure where to start. Yeah. I don't know when I'll be back. This book video will be going up on Monday. So hopefully I will have a video up on Friday. I just haven't decided what it is yet. It's so hard coming up with ideas that I could do in advance. And then look out for next week, where I will hopefully have a vlog of me reading on the boat, or a collab video with all of my friends at uni who are also avid readers. I might even do a vlog going around the big Waterstones actually in Liverpool. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, if you like my hair and makeup, then leave me a comment down below or thumbs up this video. I'm trying out different hairstyles for graduation, and this is my favourite so far. I need to sort the fringe out so it's not so wonky. The plait out so it's not so wonky, but this is what I'm looking at. Leave me a comment down below if you think I could improve it. I mean, it's not perfect because I've just gotten out of the shower and threw it up like this, so when I do it for real, I'll have like oil and stuff to stop it from frizzing, and obviously I'll take a little bit more care and attention to it. But yeah, this is what I'm working with. So yeah, hopefully I will see you on Friday, guys. But like, comment and subscribe. See you later. Bye.